as we know from CFO, sometimes all it takes is just having the better hands on the Rift, and more often than not, you can rely on them to do so. But GAM, recent
series,
yeah, Artemis especially,
he
had the best game of it so far.
Absolutely. This duo of Elio and Artemis been a little bit sleeper through the regular season, but the entire team seems to have activated.
Yeah, and I wonder if much of it can be attributed to the fact that Emo's now playing a great dodge from Doggo. Elio takes a tower shot with the Ignite also popping, and now maybe Levy's in a rough spot. Voltbreaker will connect. The concussive blows the flash over from Junja. Kaiwing will match, and it's going to be first blood going the way of the PCS. Junja to claim it.
Yeah, Levy going back for those Krugs that he left behind.
Great ward, great awareness out of that bot lane of CFO. Junja able to claim himself first blood. Trade in the mid lane. Elio goes down to Hongq. The Hongq might be answered back for. Kaiwing trying to block out those pebbles, not able to do so. Is there an answer from Junja? There is from Levy. Kaiwing gonna have to quickly head the other direction, headbutts a minion away. The flash from Emo though, just a wasted summoner.
Unfortunately with no flash, as Levy tried to get himself away before he died, not gonna be available to him.
Rather buy some time for Doggo to get some items, get some gold. They can look to contest further on in the game.
Well, the maiden is up now. Nash is done for Hongq. He's had a pretty good time of it in the mid lane. But Elio down here with Artemis. Grand Skyfall.
Skyfall's there. Kaiwing trying to answer. The teleport coming through. It's going to be the pulverize coming.
Oh, no.
Levy's going to go down, all but certainly. Feats of Warfare claimed. Emperor's Divide is going to be at least altered away from Artemis surviving that time, and Weaver's Wall coming through.
Oh,
Seismic Shove does miss. The stun up does land onto Kaiwing, but Hongq flashing forward. These Sand Soldiers doing so much damage, looking for one more. Will find it with Doggo, and Elio left alone, wailed upon by the Lucian. Will get out, but it's still 3 going the way of CFO.
No, it was a gamble. It was a gamble and a half.
Finish off that job. As Levy coming up here, and now it's Driver that has to be careful. Doggo's going to get taken out here. Overstaying in the bot lane. Emo's going to be so happy to take that shutdown. Kiai plays away the ghouls, claim the kill, and now it's Levy that's in trouble. The healing coming through from this Yorick Q. Can he get himself the 2v1? Dodging 1Q. Oh, one more will do it. No! Levy gets it. The flash will secure himself the trade.
Oh dear. Dicey affairs around the roof. Junja gonna take that, gets himself a Drake off the back of it, and I mean,
looking for a dive. Kaiwing's level 6, has the ultimate, finds the pulverize, is gonna set up perfectly for the Vi, and it's another kill as Kiaya teleporting into the bot lane. Kaiwing on just a sliver of HP, but Kiaya might have traded his life for it too. One auto attack. No, Hongq can't find it. The charm from Elio was enough.
It seems as if.
Oh, Nemo is not going to be ready for Junja being here, I don't think. Oh, maybe he is. No, Voltbreaker lands. He was prepared for the fact that he might be there, but the cease and desist, he was not safe enough, and Junja claims himself a third as Elio will be using that quickness to get away.
Match up between the two of them in that best of 3, and unfortunately, Levy doesn't go the full clear in the way that Junja does, and goes back to mop it up, gets caught. It really is just sort of chaos after the fact. First tower goes down, and
free time on this tower, and with the demolish, he's going to get awfully close to securing it.
He will, but Junja there, Levy starting things up. Elio half HP at best.
Keep in mind, after the mid-season, this Rift Hero does a lot more damage than it used to. So Levy tanking it up for the time being, has lost half of his HP. Junja's going aggressive. There is no Feather Storm to dodge out of that cease and desist. The Rift Hero will be resetting. Junja straight back onto it now. Doggo and Kaiwing waiting in the wings. There is no ultimate for the Alistair. If he goes in, it's a one-way trip.
It's just going to be conceded. They're looking for the damage on the mid lane, but the culling comes out, clears the wave. Enough that it scares GAM off.
Yeah. Also sidesteps out of that scattered earth, so doing a great job of playing.
10 minutes or so is going to be Driver, who's just steadily building things up here. They don't have a great answer into him because Kiara is really struggling. Elio here to assist. I don't even know if they've got the kill threat then.
2v1, 3v1 eventually as Artemis joins. Driver will be going down, but it's a matter of how long will it take actually to flash away, and there's no answer. A fantastic flash from Driver. Then will come that grand Skyfall. Still chasing after. The flash answered for Levy, so Driver will, as expected, go down eventually, but it's costed a whole lot of time, a whole lot of tempo. You see that mid lane broken open, and Dragon started up as well now for CFO.
Yeah, we're going to work this second. GAM we're doing a good job early to get some of those big neutrals down, take that first dragon, but from here on, it's just been Junja and CFO really ramping up that acceleration. GAM might be able to take this mid lane, but over the wall comes Junja.
Yeah, Featherstorm's there, so he can't really ult onto the Xayah. The culling used this mid lane tower on a smidgen of HP, and the Void Grub should tick it away. No, it lives, but the next wave, I mean, even before that, they are able to knock down that tower. A very important objective to take indeed. Now one tower at least back towards GAM. Because that is the Guardian for the Rakan this game, not the Unsealed Spellbook. Rakan being started up by CFO. This could be an avenue in, but Levy's headed top for the time being. Does have that ultimate, of course.
No, B landing down. They're actually going to look this in, I think. Grand Skyfall, Weaver's Wall is going to be in position, but 4k HP, this is quickly dropping.
Rakan will be going down, quickness used, Grand Skyfall, Weaver's Wall, everything coming down, CFO getting very low. Junja in the back line is going to get shut down there by Artemis. It's 2 kills quickly over the side of GAM, and a third for sure as Kaiwing targeted out as well. Double kill for the 80 carry of GAM. And they find some fighting play here. It was the Rakan, of course, picked up by CFO.
Yeah, a little bit off the money, unfortunately. Levy, just too far away. Out. And the biggest boon of all, GAM don't lose out on anything. They're looking for Honku in the picture-in-picture, but he's just able to dash himself away.
Yeah, importantly for CFO, both carries do remain alive, so they're able to continue building gold for themselves.
One in the bot side rivet, but yeah, I think losing out on the dominance in the Weaver's Wall means that they're not going to have that fighting power. So CFO will waltz themselves on to Soul Point, all but for free here. Actually, not all but free. It cost them a maiden, 50 gold.
Yeah, just one item, that Infinity Edge away from being extremely hard to deal with in terms of the damage that he's able to output.
Oh boy.
Gaia being looked at on the side, does have flash for himself, but he can't flash away from a Vi locked up in a box, is going to get taken out by the cease and desist. Doggo not going to connect on further, but this is a teleport through from Emo. He's got flash, but he's just one shot. A terrible teleport placement from him leads to an immediate death, and the Weaver's Wall lost in the pro. Grand Skyfall will collect them a Gromp, but it's the tower, as you said, for Driver.
Yeah, that's
and this game can flip completely 180 in favor of GAM, and they've done it before. Game 2 yesterday against Talon. We're in a dire position. Some fantastic finds from Levy, was able to turn that one around. It's going to come down to him again, as this Dragon could be the soul for CFO, and CFO aren't willing to just give it.
Yeah, no, this needs to be contested. The Driver's been such a problem. He's just been slow brewing up in that top lane. Maiden as well, going to be available. Junja comes in.
Yeah, Levy's going to be found first. Kaiwing in the backfoot side of things. He is getting taken very low. Has that ultimate pop. The culling finding a bit of damage on the back line. There's a flash forward from Alio. Plays the charm. Doggo has to flash away. And now Kai in the thick of things. Honku goes forward. Fights one. Will he fight two? No, but Junja just might. That's 3 going the way of CFO. And Alio and Kiaya can do nothing. They will be taken out. Driver the style points flash and the Dragon Aboo.
Yeah, top lane on this Renekton.
Will be the Baron. Kaya coming over and pretending to threaten, but CFO will not be deceived. That is the Dragon.
Drops it on Artemis's head.
Driver does lose his flash, so it's a small win.
Oh lord, the damage.
That culling. I mean, there are 2 culls on the rift. One's of the meek and one's just the straight culling, and I know which one's winning out for the time being.
Yeah.
Inhibitor in the bot lane now, taken out by CFO. Emo once again rejoining his team with that recall. He does get a little bit of gold for himself from that top tower, but mid lane minions marching in. It's very hard for them to wave clear with Emo trying to answer Driver on the bottom side of things. Mid lane inhibitor will now be going down. There's only one left. Of course, CFO can't pressure it. There are no minions, so estimated by Doggo.
Yeah. And he's scouted 2 Kaiwings here for the cutoff.
Oh god. Artemis and Alio. They have a raging bull. Kaya teleports in immediately. Away. Grand Skyfall, and Levy might have to do the same, but he's knocked up first by Junja. In the back of things is Kaiwing once again. Old Pop, Culling's going to claim 1 life. And in the back goes Honku, sweeps up 2, will collect 2, will be able to get the rest of GAM as well, as CFO will take game 1. Once again in the driver's position, heading into the second.
And a game that honestly felt like, from both teams, paying homage to their fallen region mates. CFO playing very much like Talon, waiting, biding their time for those opportunities, and then
click on the trigger. He can also use it aggressively. Junja's going to pull the trigger. Honkyu's going to pull the trigger. Just go on them immediately. Give them that extra shield. End up in the front line alongside
I'll
them.
go there. But I mean, it's an interesting one coming into this. At the start of this series, CFO, we're coming into it with a 66% win rate.
Oh, Smite back up and gets it. The flash follow from Levy, but unfortunately that fair tether was broken. However, 3 flashes back. Junja trying to make his way out. The charm, Emo very low, but Junja will be falling for first blood, picked up this time by Kiaya.
Best farm games were actually Doggo and Artemis in the last time they matched up.
Now there you go.
Doggo winning out just.
On the Smolder?
No, it was the Lucian Zai one, so it would have been that last game.
Oh, there you go.
No. Aggressive positioning from Junja, and the jungle is about to beat Artemis potentially.
Yeah, trying to look for that red buff, but it's Kiaya that's here. He's going to be able to use that Scion ult, the decimating smash. The hostile takeover buys a bit of time for Junja, and he does have that bailout atop his head. Honkyu coming in with that spur rush, and unfortunately for Kiaya, he will be taken out. Now, can he follow up? No, the handshake from Kaiwing saves his jungler, and they answer back at kill. It is still the gold, though, in favor of GAM.
The cannon minion loses the ult, but Emo wrapping down. Junja's going to be there. Will be spotted, so Emo just backs himself. Oh, Elio.
Elio uses the ult. Not really connecting how he'd wish it would, and is going to get taken out. Between wheels now used. Doggo taken out very low. Bailout not coming through either. The Fate's Call used to keep Kaiwing up. Oh! The Uno reverse card used for Kaiwing. Very intelligent indeed, but here comes that paranoia. He's taken out very quickly, but it might be an answer back as Honku with the Spirit Rush, trying to make his way forward, not able to find the way onto Levy here, but does just barely with Junja's flash secure the kill over. And Emo dodging out of the charm should mean that he is able to get away. It's a 2 for 2.
Stride breaker as well. So a huge amount of sticking power now from Levy for whoever he gets onto.
Dragon being started up, Junja, you can see him walking. They're not willing to give this up necessarily for free, but it's not going to be an easy contest. Kaiwing's going to be first to play. Is he able to get in? No, Levy gets the smite away. Here comes the Stand United though, right onto Junja. This is going to be the 5v5. Hostile Togo, but doesn't really connect all that well. Ali on the back line. 3-man Pop Blossom comes through. Doggo trying to kite to the backside of things, but 2 very low health bars. And Taunt coming through from Rest is fantastic as Doggo's taken out. But so are 3 members on the side of GAM. Make that 4. They answer back with just the 1. Triple kill and a quadra. No, just the triple, but Honkyu. It was the quadra. Playing tower, CFO realizing this is no longer a fight they can take.
Herald. Potentially an avenue top side. They might even just look to drop it mid lane. Get some decent damage out. Kaiwing gonna have to flash here, potentially. No, holds it. That is nerves of steel there.
Had the Fate's Call, and it's always gonna be better to use that Kalista ult if need be, so I think wisely not utilizing it. In comes Honkyu, finds the charm. No, he doesn't. It's gonna be cleansed upon by Levy, but the Pop Blossom trying to be used as peel to between wheels. Much the same. Junja's going to be the first to fall. Doggo not able to do enough damage onto that Kaya rather. And they do lose their mid lane tower as Rest will continue his push down the bot side. HP on that. You see GAM positioning with Emo coming in, looking for that between wheels, hopping in immediately. Junja might be targeted out. A lot of damage coming down onto him, but still feeling relatively okay as the paranoia comes through. Rest also with that Stand United. It's a smite fight on the horizon. Pop Blossom lands on the back, but it's only onto 2, and it's not the members they want. A lot of damage onto Junja. He's taken out quick, but Honkyu in. Honkyu's going to be able to get the first, and Doggo wailing in the middle of the team fight. Artemis trying to answer back. One more Spirit Rush confirms that Honkyu's out, and Artemis tries his eyes. Not able to get it. It's only Kiaya left standing as Doggo limps away.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. They lose the dragon and the fight ultimately. Rest not done. He still wants a piece of the side on the damage.
The damage is immense. Oh my God, Rest picking up the final piece. Starting up on this other Khan. Doggo nowhere near. Rest, no teleport. Still, CFO with 3 members only, trying to look to contest, trying to look to buy time. The paranoia used, and now GAM are going to be off the objective. Artemis flying into the back line, but he's flying, waiting. Honkyu and oh dear, Artemis Artemis is taken out immediately on the wrong side of the fight. Junja's alive. Levy not going to be able to say the same for much longer as Hongkyu with those Spirit Rush constantly going forward. The Q will just barely miss, but with that Foxfire will confirm the kill.
Yeah.
Takes himself another and takes a strong position here in game 2.
It was a close game. And
I think you're underestimating Flash and Fate's call range. But anyway, Paranoia used once again. This time it's on to rest up on the top side. He has that Taunt available. He's very, very tanky, but in will come Artemis, and he will be able to shred through that health bar. Rest can do naught but die. And that's going to be a shutdown going over onto Emo.
Fortunately, could very well just cost them.
Hit a tower, but yeah, CFO will answer back with one of their own almost certainly. A little bit too far away from this mid tower at the time being. Does mean it's a trade of objectives, but Artemis staying up in that top side.
Meaning smash, but no. Okay, teleport out, give CFO the confidence they need to start this dragon up.
Yeah, well, Hongkyu can't be here, neither can Artemis, so there's no realistic way for GAM to try and fight for insane capacity to just smite away, essentially, with that rend, any objective that he is able to wail upon. Now, Artemis down here with Kaya. They're once again looking for rest. He's coming in. That is going to be a lot of damage coming down, but the flash away, he might just be able to get himself out. Now he's turning the damage around on Kaya. He does flash, and he will get out just barely. As rest falls yet again on that side lane. 50 seconds on his death timer. What can GAM get with it? It's at least one tower, possibly a second, as no one yet from the side of CFO looking to respond.
No, but there's a lot of pings going down around this Baron.
Yeah, so they're going to force the trigger. Honkyu's going to go into that fog of war. So blue trinket comes down, but Doggo hitting away at this means the smite always is going to favor CFO. Alio's going to be the first one near the pit. Levy with that paranoia is going to be able to come on in, but the Stand United is triggered first, but Junja gets the smite. Always solid on it. Hongkyu now jumping into the backside, and it's going to be first Kaiwing targeted out alongside Doggo. They do go down. One answered in response, and maybe Junja two. No, he flashes forward, rest with a double. Hongkyu finds Emo, finds Alio, and Kiaya is gonna be the last domino to fall as CFO get the Baron, the fight, and more than likely the game.
Driver, I think, forgetting that the game still has to be all the way down. Every single member, not a single one missed.
Absolutely. Now more towers going down. It looks to me like GAM are going to just continue conceding. They're going to look for the dragon and the push in the mid, but this is the most losing base race of all time. They get the dragon. It's going to deny the soul as Kiaya and Alio come back, but CFO, they're hungry for the end. Don't really have the tools to do it, though, as Emo teleporting in, trying to find a chunk. Junja might have to be using that ultimate, but does manage to get out of range of the snare, so we'll be fine. Starting it up, taking it down ridiculously quickly, and you see Hongkyu waiting in the wings, waiting to come in from a flank. Paranoia available for Levy. Is he going to pull the trigger?
3K.
So far, he's walking. Oh! And Levy gets the smite. Golden goes Hongkyu on just the 1 HP as Paranoia comes down, but the kiting's there for Doggo. Kaiwing keeps his AD carry up. The stun does land, and the shutdown does come through as well for Artemis, as 3 members of CFO heading the opposite direction, and through the rend and smite.
Top tier staunching out there. He just walks in, stops, smites out, and they've got Doggo.
Doggo's caught. This could be the way that GAM find the ticket in to find their game 2. Respawn timers are coming through, of course, as the third dragon will be picked up for GAM. It's 3 apiece. Next dragon will be that soul. And what an absolute blunder around the Baron. Leaves GAM with a fighting chance and possibly even the edge up.
That was the single ballsiest Baron's.
Gonna have to leave that bush. Kiaya certainly not the target he's after. Gonna land a stun onto Kiaya for the time being, but Rest takes a lot of damage on the back of that. Emo now respawning.
Emo is just pumping. There's the Void Staff, the Rabadon's Shadow Flame. String for this top inner.
Will be cleared out though. Hongkyu can do that with just the Q. Will be one wave dealt to. Another one coming through. Do CFO look for something? Emo goes invisible. Finds a massive chunk of damage. Hostile takeover used with the Between Worlds in response, and that's going to be tower going down. Rest, though, pushing through in this bot lane. Recalls are going to have to come through to answer. Mikaya joining his team. Wave pushed, but it's going to be immediately cleared out by GAM as well. Mikaya lands the knock up onto Hongkyu, and Hongkyu's going to have to use that Spirit Rush. Kaiwing is almost one shot, but they're looking for the turnaround. That's the Scion, though. He's very hard to deal with the flash. But Golden, but everyone's in the Between Worlds. The hostile takeover isn't enough. Hongkyu, Kaiwing, rest. They're trying to fight for their lives, but GAM, they thrive in the chaos, and they look to take us to Game 3 all evened up.
That was the most muted response I've ever seen. Surely some DCing. Hongkyu to fall as well. A full ace for GAM, and we have one hell of a series on our hands.
Boy, oh boy, much the same as last night's series. GAM, they're struggling in Game 2, but one opportunity presents itself to Levy, and you can't give him that because he...
Problem is going to be the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Artemis. If he can land that on a target, the public execution follow-up, you're then looking at a likely lofting lullaby.
That though, however, Junja happily starting up this dragon will be completely uncontested. Rest flashing away. Oh, and Kaya finds the solo, but it is answered back by that tower.
Up 300 and then equal again. Yeah.
And the minion wave is favoring Kaya, so it is a slight win in his favor.
Yeah. Public execution available, the ward. They know now, Solar Flare.
Yeah, it does connect onto Levy. He has that flash available, but he's locked up for so long, and Kaiwing will claim it. Now it's Kaya under the pump, but how many times do I have to see a dive onto Ambessa go south? Will it be another one? It looks like at least it's a 1-for-1. Definitely a winning trade overall for the side of CFO, as minions will be lost. He's looking for an invade on the top side, but that's already all gone, so nothing to find at all. And despite being the guy going for the objectives, he's also up a considerable amount of CS. Junja absolutely running the rift here.
Hex, Soul.
Rest has to be careful. He's going to show his presence, but in public execution should mean that Jace is going down. He's bought a bit of time. But Kaya not tanking out that tower means he's perfectly fine to take the kill and get on out of there. He's going to be traded for some plates down here on the bot side as Junja lingers around.
Hold. They're on the hunt for Levy.
Oh, Levy. Doggo's in the area. He's got no way to speed himself up.
Oh.
Will just slightly there. Does have flash. Kaiwing gonna land once again on the solar flare at Doggo. Melee range, true shot barrage, and Levy's having one hell of a showing. Unfortunately, that showing is akin to Cars's yesterday.
Yeah, just struggling into Junja's Zyra. And they're all looking for Kaya now.
All right, can he turn it again? Alio's here this time. He's locked up immediately, though, and absolutely pummeled down. But the Enchanted Crystal Arrow may be offering a chance for an answer back as Kaiwing's tanking up the tower. Does get the stun away. Rest flashing. Not in range, but he will eventually bring down the hammer. And now wailing on to the health bar of Alio, but that Braum is not going to go down in the near future. It's a tower, it's a kill, it's an absolute decimation. Certainly has, as everyone across the board for CFO up on their counterpart. Hongkyu even going to get the second tower of the game. Coming in the area, Emo though backing off. Xenoblade lands, Solar Flare will not. It's a good buffer of that rocket jump. Unfortunately for Kaiwing now, without that flash, the shock blast off the back means Levy's health has been taken pretty low. It's also very difficult to walk in on Zyra plants, so Junja's trying to keep them up. Arrow also going wide, and with that, there's no real way in. Perfectly navigated by CFO as Elio's taken out very low true shot. Barrage! Flash for Elio, but Hongkyu able to get that last hit. Again, just winning and winning harder each and every player, CFO. Gone out to the back rooms after game 2.
And it's all been Junja. He's had maybe 2 mystic shots assistance from Doggo, and that was on the second dragon.
Yeah. Put to sleep now is Kaiwing. They might be able to find their 4th kill here, and most likely will. It was a lot committed for it, though. We'll see what CFO try and get off the back of it. Riftfield plays down bot. It's going to be a long time until a response can actually come through, and it's the bot tower going down.
Yeah. Fortunately.
5th tower, I mean, GAM are just feeling completely lost. They're answering back on the bot side, but it's an outer for an inner. And while typically, at least if you trade something, it's okay, they have time to contest. This has to be it. They have the teleport available for Emo.
Oh, and Levy just eats some massive damage there.
Yeah, Honkyu, the guard, rest much the same. The plant's doing all the work they need as the snare, the stun even lands on Artemis, and with that, no contest to come through. I mean, it just looks like two entirely different teams from last game. CFO playing much better as a unit, and unfortunately for GAM, really slacking when you compare to how they were able to turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the sole point now. Atakan buff.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I haven't seen a single one of those land, unfortunately.
And Kiai might be dead here.
Rest and Honkyu just looking first for the play up on that top laner, and Kiai has to flash away. He is very far removed from any potential of this fight. He's trying to come back, but he's going to have to deal with that mid lane first. Doggo hit by the Winter's Bite. Levy searching for a way, and he has that flash, but just completely denied for the time being. Solar Flare does go wide, but it's 5 members of CFO here first. Kiai on the backside, Strangle Thought, and Levy's gone down! Doggo pulls the trigger. It's answered back though, the public execution, and down will go that Israel. Junja stuck in the pit. Kiai looking for him with Emo, but he flashes away, and in no man's land now are the carries of GAM. The soul going to CFO, and game 3 surely to follow.
Not just going to CFO, but going all but for free. And there you go. Look at it, Kaiwing looking to play spoiler, cuts him over the pass and gives it over to Rest. Yeah, I mean, GAM just asleep at the wheel, it feels.
Junta's going to take the tower and the Raptors at the same time. And a ward.
So they really haven't had much of a shout in off of anything that, GAM have done.
Now, Junta starting up the Baron with Honkyu there, and with Zyra plants, it's a very, very fast affair, and Levy does have flash. I mean, the big turning point of last game was his steal upon the Baron, but this time completely disallowed, not even going to get close. In fact, he's like looking to try and find an avenue in, but it's gone.
Yeah, no, not even remotely a chance there.
Oh, boy. I was kind of excited to see how much damage that would do, to tell you the truth. We'll have to wait. Execution does come down, a lot of damage, and that might just be one going over. Golden does go Junja, and he will be falling. Does he get the Stranglethorns off? No, he doesn't. The CC's there. Great Glacial Fissure. And Emo does jump in. He does get the reset, but Honkyu's still very high in health. And Levy goes down. Artemis goes down. Triple kill going to the rookie of CFO. And the fight looked like about as good as you could get. Quadra kill to boot. And Kiai having a run for the hills to not give over that Penta.
So they will clear that. They should get this top tower as well. And the inhibitor to boot.
There'll be 2 inhibitors going down. And this will be more than likely the final stand for GAM. Is there an avenue onto the Zyra? Does Junja give over that opportunity? I mean, not for now. The Solar Flare lands. And in come the boys. 2 very quick kills. Only Levy and Kiai left. But their base will not be, as Kaiwing will ensure a kill over onto Levy. Public execution used, but no kill found as Kiai headed to the base. Might just fall as well. And CFO now on match point, completely decimate GAM.
Let's see the light of day in the basement at Riot headquarters. And Twitch coming through.
Pretty interesting team comp, all things considered. Been scouted by the ward. Maybe down on the bot side.
Oh, and he's so cringe.
She's pretty broken. I swear that champ's always been broken.
Pretty much.
And then she gets buffed. Oh. Being looked at here, but it's a trade that essentially goes evenly. It's going to be a smite fight for this dragon. Who will win it? It's going to be Levy once again. Nature's Frost now coming out, and this could be a horrific team fight, but Kaiwing has maybe cleared the distance. Levy flashing in there. Bramble Smash lands onto 3. First blood reset coming through from Artemis. And Honkyu sidestepping out of that zap. Now Artemis gets himself a double. In will come everyone, really, but it's traded back as Doggo gets one. And Junja gets another. As soon as things go so well. Boy, and the follow-up's fantastic as Artemis with no mana, still able to claim one reset, which gives him a bunch of mana back. Able to get another one off the back here. Even though Honkyu gets the escape.
Honkyu about to go down as well in the Victor and Victor.
March down. Trying to trade back and actually does a bit of damage, but does go down. But
yeah, I mean, there was just nothing. There was nothing in that kill attempt.
Hold up. No damage. Again, we're seeing why Twitch isn't picked very often.
Great damage, but unfortunately, not enough.
Well,
no, 1 for 1.
If he comes away and...
Oh!
Alio, you beast. Junja able to get that last Void Grub and does have Lamb's Respite, but not going to use it. GAM now, 800 gold in the lead. Lamb's Respite, I mean, every ultimate up and available across the Rift. Sapling's doing a bit of damage. Emo taking quite a lot from that Dragon. Has to use that Q3 to get himself out. And Doggo on the bot side of this fight. Nature's Grass coming out. He's split from the team. Trying to find a way in, but able to take away that Dragon. Emo comes in with the Fate Seal, but immediately goes back. And second Dragon of the game now picked up by Levy. Looking up at the top side, that was the needlework used, and Driver going away pretty unscathed and trading back very well for himself.
I love how Junja
round now too. No eyes on Doggo, so always having to be scared. He's invisible there. The flash forward and Honkyu goes completely wide. Well, they do get the tower. So not all is lost. It's going to be answered on the top side. You see Kiai there making his way towards that top lane, inner or outer rather as well.
Problem being,
I saw him throw his ult for a cannon minion on 1 HP.
Look, gold, inexperience.
Junja leaping forward here, and it's going to be immediately jumped on. Has the Lamb's Respite, but does have to flash away. Needlework coming through. Lamb's Respite does as well as Emo's in the back line. Nature's Grass going to lock up this Kindred. Nowhere for him to move, and down he will go. Junja getting way too big for his boots as Skywing stopped in his tracks, having to use that flash now to get over the wall. And this will be Noxie and Blessing. Taken even a point of damage. That's the biggest problem he's facing. It's the biggest concern. Dragon number 3 on the horizon now for GAM. Emo fails the Q over the wall, doesn't land on anyone. Explosive cast straight onto Levy. Stunned up, locked down. Magnet Storm's great. Junja picks up one, but the needlework coming through and hitting hard. Driver though, peeling for his team and doing a fantastic job of it. Has the flash. Driver can find it. Yes, he lands it. He lands onto Kiaya. That is going to be the Gwen, all but certain to go down. Driver with the barrel roll, and Junja claims the kill.
A great answer back. Levy just takes so much damage there.
The Dragon, that's the first of the game for them.
6 marks now, so he's coming along nicely.
Yeah, one away from another range upgrade after just
not
finally
spotted there. So he is sitting at the back of the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, with the Bascone, he's going to come in. He's by himself and isolated. CFO are maybe looking to take him down now first. Levy's in the back though. And fantastic! In the back goes Emo, but he's not finding any success. As there's no follow-up. And Doggo going aggressively here, very low, but Rams the slide, keeping them up. Low health bars everywhere, but GAM are winning, and they're winning handedly. Driver flashing out. Will he be able to survive? No, from downtown. It's the zap.
I don't know what you were...
They should look for. Arakan will go to the side of GAM as they look to try and take us to a 5th.
I mean, it was... And there aren't as many clean ways to deal with him. He's been playing his positioning so well. They have an inkling.
High wing looking aggressively. It's onto Levy. The Nature's Cast going backwards, but it's a great steadfast presence, sending 2 people back. And now Driver's in the middle of 4. Explosive cast lands onto all of them. Can Doggo unleash? He's looking for it. He's going. Makaya and Emo on the back line. The Lamb's Respite does absolutely nothing. And Junja's in the back though. He finds Artemis, but it's still going to be GAM picking up the win, and only Driver left. Trying to find an avenue onto Emo, but playing around that range, and now he's going to have to just head home. It's a 1. Doggo, if he can, Honkyu, if he can pull the trigger. You see Driver trying to create space, trying to fight to establish some sense of control. And there it is, Honkyu decisively, but Elio turns it on a tail and able to find a fantastic ult for himself. Driver locked up Honkyu, much the same, 2 for 0. Again, Elio. What a fantastic steadfast presence, and Doggo turning tail towards.
Super Mega Death Rockets available.
Dragon. Junja's still looking for the fight. He has that Lamb's Respite still. Kiaya going in aggressively, and Doggo once again not able to damage Kiaya once that shroud is up.
They're coming. They are well coming. Hex Flash is 100%, but it's zoning. Nothing more, nothing less, and Sol, point secured for GAM. Get Death Rocket.
We'll be fine. It's going to be a tower in the mid lane for sure going over, though. This Twitch, again, I mean, I've said it.
Some damage. There was no significant lead held for the vast majority of this game. Emo is well out of position.
He has the ultimate again, but Kaiwing's here on his tail. Storm comes through, but it is answered by the flash. Kaiwing can do much the same. It is going to be the QSS coming through. He's trying to turn it. He's not going to be able to. That's going to be Emo making a crucial mistake in the side lane, but looking to trade back. He forces out the Lamb's Respite, and by God, what an effort out of the mid laner of GAM. He does fall, but he makes them work bloody hard for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty rough mistake then. That's, I mean, you look at it, a 3.6k gold lead in the jungle. I mean, to be fair, there's an 80 CS lead for Junja, so that does contribute. Artemis has to be a look in here. He's just got so much damage that's free pumping away in the back line. Nature's Grasp.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's going to land on the Driver. Driver's locked up, but he is very tanky. He goes golden. K on the back line. Storm much to save. Doggo free wailing, but there's the Shroud there for that massive Queen. Kaya flashing over, not able to confirm the kill. Elio comes through to make sure he can, and GAM take both the AD carries out. They take the Soul, and all but sure will take us to game 5.
Oh, Driver. Barrow is there sitting ready. Massive plays out of GAM once again. It is a blue-sided series. Unfortunately for GAM, they will have to buck the trend and win on the red side if they want to take that first seed spot.
It's not going to be easy. They're going to get this game done. But blue side for CFO in game 5. 4 from 4 is the blue side. Driver takes out the minions as best he can, but 3 will remain. And GAM will take us to Silver Scrapes as Artemis sprints into the fountain, showing the Mundo game of all time as long as he survives the early stage. Most people, if not everyone, has seen the alloys by time to get that scaling online, because again, eventually it'll get to the point where he is near on unkillable. There's no percentage health damage coming through on the side of GAM, which means once
we're 15 minutes in, and we are only seeing the second point of monster slaying for each team being progressed towards. A dive potential attempt here onto Kiai. He's sitting less than half HP, and Kaiwing is there.
This might be the tower. This might just be very well the tower going down. Can they respond to it? I mean, we see Levy looking for Hongq, gets away.
And it will be. Great play out of res, but I mean, again, much how that match is expected to go. Literally pretty good at pushing these towers.
Hongq here. 3 people approaching onto him, though. Has to be careful. He's taking a bit of damage there from that command attack.
Kaiwing pathing Junja again, just PvEing. What's coming in?
Okay, it will be defended. It's not going to crack this open. Oh, hold up.
It will.
Minions will. Okay, we'll CFO. Slowly but surely getting themselves the slight advantage. You know, everyone else, Emo as well as Elio, even Levy being majoritively AP damages. Hold up, Emo does not have sums, and Junja makes the business call and comes down and secures Hongq, his first and the first of the game.
Can pretty much anything and everything you want. I mean, it's just Mundo. It's Mundo being Mundo. And another tower goes down.
I love just watching him walk around.
I mean, Junja is just in a flow state on this Mundo right now.
That flow state is PvE. Hongq's found a pocket of vision here. We might just very potentially have our first real action.
Nope.
But GAM, realizing there is a weakness in their defense, do head the opposite direction, and now...
And tower number 4.
Yeah. And, I mean, if this is how the game's going to play out, then Italy's going to be very happy. I mean, Rest will go down, but they're going to get a Dragon and a tower for it. This is far and beyond worth it. Rest even making them work for it on the back end. Shutdown does go over to Artemis, so it's a nice pickup for him, but the Dragon number 3 going the way of CFO. That's a trade very far pushed up, realizing... Or Rest rather, realizing he needs to get out of there. Hongq going to pull the trigger. It might be the young rookie that gets it done. Artemis taken down! And just like that, nothing happening. Hongq gets impatient and just goes. Emo now looking to be taken out as well. This Rest on the Nidalee, taking so many tower shots and feeling completely okay. Hongq flashes in, elation in the back rooms as we look mid, and tell me it isn't so. We're back to Season 6 LCK. It could be one singular team fight that ends the game. GAM have been aced, and CFO march to claim their prize. It's a 7-kill affair, 5 of which happen at the 32-minute mark.
Oh dear, I mean Elio's likely to go down here, so we're probably going to see 8. Kaiwing taken low, they get a second. No, it's just going to be the base, they're going to ignore him. GAM involved in the highest kill game of the qualifying series, then transition into the lowest. 9 kills total. And CFO will take representative first seed out of the LCP. But GAM, they can rest easy knowing they're still going.